Hello there YouTube, and today's video is Tears of the Kingdom. I may sound a bit sick, I think I might be. Who knows, who cares? Either way, this is probably going to be part 1 of a however long you guys want to be series. Trying this out, I am thinking maybe 20, 30. We'll see how this one does. This one's about 40 to 50 minutes of condensed footage. But, why bother rambling when I can just, edit this together? And with that, that rant is about how long it takes for the game to load. Excellent. Just like, any other Switch game, or just games in general, there's always the intro, cutscene, the prologue, the lore, the whatever, which, contains some discovery, finding stuff out, a bit of pretty cool battling. Oh, that actually looks so much more cooler. And as always, walking down a dark stairway into something's, I don't know, something cool. Okay. As always with every game, oh hey, look at this horror. Wow, oh boy, I sure do hope nothing bad happens if I mess anything up or touch it. Then they touch it, and I guess bad stuff happens, and then the game starts. Wow, after a lot of time. Cool. First thing, as always, though, is, the dialogue of, oh hey, you're here now, and blah blah blah, all of that. And just like the Shrine of Resurrection, do some jumping, do some climbing, and then we walk out. Or should I say jump out? Do a kick. After, somehow surviving a fall from thousands of feet, land in a huge lake of water, which, that's cool. So the first thing I'd do after getting out of a giant lake of water would obviously be grabbing materials, and they are slightly different. Wiggy. Not Highland shrooms, smash shrooms. Just it. However, while getting materials, we end up finding our first enemy, and trust me, I was very, very keen on getting a flurry Russian, because why? I don't know. It took quite a while. It was pretty disappointing, but hey, I got it, and that was cool. Let's go. Nice ceramics. Blade-like. Ouch. Now right off the start, these materials were already a bit different. Some the same, some recolors, but some completely new. What was also new were some weapons. Dang. There's something here. This has to have a use. Fortunately, there was nothing there, and I just looked stupid, and that's why I'm keeping it in. After walking around for a bit, I found this machine, and as any person would do, I pressed the examine button. A broom? Armor? Guardian turret? Part 2? Graph? Reference? So, are those holes on the side of its eyes, or is that thing in the middle? feel like such an idiot if I realized I missed out on a crucial thing. Nintendo Switch! After getting this bargain-buying Nintendo Switch, I was then told, hey, I gotta go to that location over there, that temple. So then, I decided, you know what, start walking over there. I was, pretty curious to see if the menu or anything had changed, and, there were a few additions, like the album having pictures that were taken, and, checking the inventory. And, I was counting the slots. There's one extra that wasn't in the previous game, which, is eventually revealed later. However, I did do one great science experiment. Will an apple fly? Ladies and gentlemen, the answer is no. After finishing the science experiment, I decided to, talk to the construct and realize, oh, that's what we fought earlier, which, is pretty cool. Then, because there was nowhere else to go, I decided jump. Froggy. Hot-footed froggy. We love froggy. No froggy. Korok. Gosh dang it. Korok. Gosh dang it. After being completely disappointed that, there wasn't a secret, I decided to do some fighting, in which I almost died because I wanted to do another flurry rush, which luckily I succeeded in. Literally retextured Bokoblins. Except that looks way cooler. After beating a quote-unquote retextured Bokoblin, I decided to, keep walking around. And then I got launched by a bird. What the? Okay. After being hit from this bird, I decided the best course of action to do would be to chase it and hunt it down ruthlessly, which I did. Bird. Eat. After walking around some more, I found the good old thing of rolling a boulder onto a bunch of enemies. I forced my hand. Oh, so there's weapon classes. After doing some, I guess I'll call it cooking, I eventually made it to the Temple of Time. Else. Shut your You got a shield. After, in fact, yes, getting a shield, I decided to, well, what's stopping me from going to that door? Well, there kind of was something stopping me from going to the door. You actually have to do all the trials first.
That door will open only to those with sufficient power. I'm sorry. I did not intend to startle you.
It's about to be the sequel to the,
It was I that spoke to you earlier. That arm originally belonged to me.
Oh my gosh.
I am Raro,
funky little... That's right, we found a guy who most likely will wind up with the same fate as the king in the first one, which is disappearing. However, that happens later, so let's not get into that. But instead, what I have to do is just like the first game, find shrines. Although in this case, it's 3 instead of 4. So, after being told so, I decided to, you know what, let's go get to those shrines. For the silly little dude. I guess 4 shrines? 4 powers? Better be bombs. Okay, silly little man, I bet. Look, that's, wait. Oh, it's a switch. Okay, this loadout is very weird. I am... You know, this... After getting completely mind-boggled by a simple floating island terrain, I eventually found my way to being incredibly close to the first shrine. Is that Ganon? Wrong. It's actually... mushrooms. Mushrooms! We love mushrooms here. In editing, I don't know why, looking back at this, I don't know why I was so glad to see mushrooms. Was it because they were something in the previous, in a world so unfamiliar, they were the one thing that was familiar? Possibly. Was it because I was also tired out of my mind playing this at like midnight? That also could have been the case, but who knows. Either way, my mind somehow managed to pull up enough brain power to get into the shrine. Okay, big porous rock. Stick the hand into the symbol, and bam! Funky animation. A big circle. That's pretty cool. Wait, is this like some immersive... I don't know, it's like... Want to be some immersive portal stuff? That's nice, showing you the map of where you are. Check this. I know. Wait, what happened to his stamina wheel? Like... This time, when we come across the guy from the first game, except way cooler, he decides to give us a power. And that power, you know, it's pretty cool. I'll just let the suspense of this show you in a certain manner. Thank goodness. Right arm. Wah. Banana. Right, like the knew it. I knew it was gonna ultra hand. That's right, we got the Ultra Hand, which allows us to move stuff and merge stuff. Not fuse stuff together, but merge. Which means I can merge it. Totally not gonna find some way to... You can't... Okay. That's dumb, but at the same time... You spin me. Looking like 3008 on Roblox. You're going to make a sky chain to get the Hyrule. These simple little puzzles were already proving hard for me, which means that the final puzzle, which, always by default, is the hardest, will be very hard. And don't worry, I'll just let this full clip explain it entirely. Since I don't want to bore you guys to death, I'll just, give a quick little compilation of what I tried to do. Yeah, at this point I was getting a bit desperate. Nothing I tried worked. I bet you I probably just did it wrong. However, I eventually got to a solution. Go! All part of my plan. However, I don't think it was part of my plan for it to take that long. However, I had gotten to the end and decided to claim my prize. It's a statue with Fiona from Shrek in it. No way. Oh, there's two. Never mind. Oh, it's both. Oh my gosh. Oh. Now that I had gotten my prize, or I guess you could call it a prize, it's not really a prize. However, now that I had gotten it, it was time to leave the shrine. And yeah, that's kind of how shrines work. You get the thing and you leave, which I did. Got the thing and I left. There are two types of quality on the Nintendo Switch: Scarlet and Violet, or this glorious masterpiece. Man, two more. Oh, he went to go get milk. No. Just like how he left to go get the milk, I too am now leaving to go get the metaphorical milk, also known as ending this video, because, I'm putting this into a nice series. This has taken a lot to edit, and we'll see, depending on how well this one does, if we'll make a second one. I have the footage, it's just, do I want to take the time to edit? But, however, this is the end of the video. If you liked it, like the video, subscribe if you want. And that's it. Bye.